Welcome guys and gals of the Phantom Cast, and welcome back to our quick review videos here. I'm your host Hayden Wright. Today we're going to be going over the Crispi Wyoming boots. Alright, before we dive on into these guys, what is my relationship with Crispi? As always, I want to be 100% transparent on here, so I am not paid, not sponsored. I bought these guys full price when I got them. Haven't asked for any kickbacks, reviews, or for reviews, or discounts, or anything like that from Crispi. They have no idea who I am. All right. So with that being said, let's dive on into this guy. What is my experience with the Crispi Wyoming boots? So initially, when I was looking to get some new hunting boots, I wore Under Armour boots for a couple of years. The Speed Freaks were the ones that I primarily wore, and they were good. They were great, but I wanted something better. And obviously Crispi is a lot better. When I was looking at Crispi, a lot of the boots, I was originally looking like the Idaho boots. I wanted to stay away from leather. Not to say that leather boots are bad, not at all. Like, their leather boots are great. That's all I've ever heard from them. I haven't honestly heard anything negative about them. I just know myself, and as easy as it is to really treat the leather, I'm just lazy, so I don't. So I went for a synthetic boot. The two options that I was really looking at, one was the Idaho and one was the Wyoming. The Idaho, basically the same construction boot, same build, all that good stuff, look identical. The only difference being is the height of the boot. I think the Idaho boot's about right here, where the Wyoming is obviously shorter. Both have their ankle locking system here on the side, so that wasn't an issue or a deciding factor. The reason why I went with a shorter boot is because I run gaiters. And because I run gaiters, I just didn't necessarily need a taller boot, really. If you're going through creeks and all that kind of stuff, which I'll show some footage of. I love my gaiters. All right, now that we're back, because I'm running gaiters with these boots, trudging through creeks, and if the creek goes above the boot, as long as you're moving quickly, you're gonna be okay. So just go. And so that was kind of one of the deciding factors to get a shorter boot. The next one being is weight. Once you start getting that taller boot, it's a little heavy. And I wanted to get something that was quite a bit lighter, so I went with the Wyoming boots. So wearing these guys, my feet had never been wet. And when I'm wearing them with the right sock for the environment, they haven't been cold either. The only time my feet have been cold is when I've worn a lightweight sock, one of my backpacking trips. Because originally going in, it was the mid 70s, high 80s. And by day 3, it dropped down to the 30s and stayed that temp for the rest of the time. So the lightweight sock didn't really fare all that well for that. The other thing that I'll note with that lightweight sock, it definitely did rub quite a bit while wearing these boots. And so I've kind of gravitated more to wearing the midweight sock, which has been fantastic. Mitigated a lot of those issues that I was having with the lightweight socks. Okay. Break-in period. There is definitely, at least for me when I got these boots, there was a break-in period. I couldn't tell you how many miles it took, but it definitely took a fall and part of a spring before these boots really became super, super comfortable. I mean, I noticed a difference when I first got them, but until your feet actually shape into the sole itself, they can be a little bit uncomfortable at times. But once these guys broke in, they've been great. I have zero complaints whatsoever as far as comfortability or being comfortable in these boots. Have my feet ever been wet? No. Honestly, my feet have never been wet inside of these boots. So they've been awesome. They've handled the moisture extremely well going through creeks. I've been through deep snow with these guys, and it's been awesome. Mud, yuck, these boots have been great. The one thing I will note that was kind of weird and a little bit frustrating was the shoelaces. I did notice that the shoelaces, for whatever reason, and they're a little bit tore up now. I'm gonna need to replace them. Obviously, that's exposed and this is exposed now. Once they got wet, they stopped untying. The first while before that, before I actually like trudged through a creek and got the shoelaces wet, they would untie constantly and loosen up the top here, and it just drove me a little bit nuts, and it was rather frustrating because you gotta unvelcro the gator, tie the boot back up, velcro it back up and getting going. So other than that's been fine. They've been holding up extremely well. I've had these guys since 2022. And so this will be fall number 3 or 4, technically, 2022, 23, 24, and now 25. And the tread's still in really good shape. It's starting to wear down on the edges here, which is pretty normal for me. It's a little bit chewed up in the back, but the Vibram sole has been doing awesome. I don't notice any type of punctures or threading coming out on this boot anywhere on the seams. The left boot, same for the tread, really good shape. Maybe a little bit of fuzziness here, but no, these have been absolutely awesome. And to be honest with you guys, I wish I could share some more of the technical details about these boots to give you a little bit more information, but I don't know boots in and out like I know some other things. But these have been awesome. These don't have insulation though. That's one thing I wanted to mention sooner when I was talking about the socks. I'm not a big fan with boots with insulation. I feel like they just make my feet wet from sweat. And then when I sit down on glass somewhere, then that's when my feet get really cold. So I wanted a boot that would breathe and then rely on that merino wool sock, a heavyweight sock, to keep my feet warm. I've been in these, as far as warmth goes, when I'm wearing a good sock, I've been in single digit temps and my feet have been warm wearing the correct sock. So wear the correct sock and these will treat you right. So would I recommend these? Absolutely. I couldn't recommend these guys enough. When people do ask, hey, what boot do you use? It's Crispi. It's Crispi boots. My experience with these, I don't really have any desire to try any other boot. Once these guys fall apart, I'm probably gonna get the same boot. More than likely, as long as I can find them. The only place I've been able to find the Wyoming, for instance, has been online, like on Shields and Sportsman's and stuff. I haven't been able to find them on the shelf like when I bought these, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. As long as I can still find them, these are gonna be the boots that I'm gonna run forever. I know there's other great boot manufacturers like Schnee's and a couple others similar to that, or Kenetrek. I'm good. I'm good. These have been that great to me. They fit my feet. I've got wide feet. And so these fit that great. The one thing I will note though, for sure, as far as fitment and size, I just want to double check the size on this guy. Yeah. Try them on if you can before you order them. But depending on the shoe, I wear either a 12 or a 13. Which these are 11s. So I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It was definitely weird for me when I went and actually tried them on. I tried the 13s, huge. Tried the 12s, not right. Put on the 11s, perfect. So that was kind of weird. So I definitely recommend you trying them on before you buy them. The only knock, I've already talked about the shoelaces, and that's not necessarily a knock towards the boot itself. Shoelaces break, they pop, like whatever. But the boot themselves, the only issue I had really, and it comes and goes depending on how much I'm side hilling or going downhill or how aggressive I'm moving across the terrain, is my pinky toes do rub. Unfortunately, they're not rubbing on the nail. They're rubbing more in the middle of the pinky toe, and I've had some blisters come from that. But other than that, that's really it. That's the only negative I can really say, and that's more than likely going to happen whatever boot I wear anyway. So, alrighty guys, hopefully this has been helpful. I can't recommend these boots enough. They've been great. My feet don't hurt by day 2 or 3, especially with a heavy pack on and I'm moving around in steep country. The traction's great. These boots, yeah, I can sit here and continue to just talk about them. They're awesome boots. So, all right, guys. Hopefully this has been helpful. Some of you guys have reached out to me saying that my video has been helpful as far as what decisions making. So as long as I'm still being helpful, I'm going to continue to make videos like this. And as long as you guys are willing to listen to me, I'll keep doing it. So, all right, guys, as always, be smart, be safe, be wise, and happy hunting. Real quick, one more thing, you guys. I'm really appreciating the support that I've been getting. A lot more people have been commenting on the videos and kind of putting in their own input and experiences. I love it. That's great. If you see this and you want to add something to it, this is a community here. I don't want this to be me preaching to anybody or to everybody. I want you guys to feel comfortable with adding in your input. Whether I'm wrong, call me out on it, right? You're not going to hurt my feelings. If I'm pronouncing something wrong or talking about something or don't have all the knowledge, I'll admit it. And if I haven't and you feel like you would like to share it, share it. It's a community. Let's get knowledge out there. Also, I'd like to say, if you haven't followed, you're kind of tuning into these things, please hit that like and subscribe button, or share, do whatever you would like to do. You don't necessarily have to. I'm just asking. It helps me out. We're trying to grow the channel. I'm getting some buddies interested into doing this as well. So it just helps support the channel and helps get the word out for new hunters or for people looking for new garments. You can also follow me on Instagram. I do have a couple different Instagram accounts, but the one you're going to want to follow is lonepinephantom.outdoors. That'll be the one that you're going to want to follow. Alrighty, guys. I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody that tunes into this for however long they listen to it, and hope to hear from you guys. All right. Take care.